Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Tom Chaney from Living Health Integrative Medicine. And in today's video, I want to get into something that's making news. And I've got patients asking me about it. I've got friends asking me about it. So I wanted to make this quick video talk about this accelerated approval for an Alzheimer's drug. This is big news because the FDA has not approved, it's been, I believe, over 18 years since a drug has been approved for this specific condition. And that's why it's making a lot of news. It's giving a lot of families hope. And so I want to talk about it, go through some of the news, just kind of summarize how this drug works. We'll go through some of the controversy, some of the questions surrounding this drug treatment. So the FDA basically came out and said we're gonna provide an accelerated approval for Biogen's Alzheimer's drug, and this was despite the FDA advisory committee recommending that it not be approved. So the FDA went against the advisory committee and said we're going to go ahead and give this an accelerated approval. What comes with this is that the FDA says that Biogen needs to continue to do clinical trials. So they did clinical trials. They did a couple of trials, and the reports that I showed, that one of the trials showed 0% improvement, and the other one showed 22% improvement. So improvement in what? That's the question, is what did it improve? So that's where some of the controversy is, and that's one of the reasons why the advisory committee said, there's not enough evidence to actually approve this for this condition because it's not showing significant improvement. So if you look down, just scrolling down through the FDA document, so the patients receiving the treatment, basically what they were looking at is the reduction of this beta amyloid plaque. So that's a hallmark of this condition, is the beta amyloid protein, the plaquing in the brain. And so this drug is targeting that plaquing, and it wants to reduce the plaquing, and that's how they're measuring the effectiveness of this drug. So that brings to question, when we reduce the plaquing, do we actually see functional improvement, cognitive improvement? Do we actually see an improvement in the quality of life of these patients? And I don't think that has been answered. At least I have not seen an answer to that question. So once again, going over to some of the controversy, this is from the Washington Post, and 2 members of an FDA advisory committee quit after the approval of this controversial Alzheimer's drug. So once again, there's people that are not happy with how this drug was approved and how it was fast-tracked through the process. Some of the other questions kind of circulating out there is the cost. And so you can see this is from Vox.com. A new Alzheimer's drug could break Medicare. So this is an IV treatment, and it is supposedly going to be covered by Medicare. And its estimated cost per year for treatment is at around $56,000 per treatment. So that is a big concern as well, is that $56,000 treatment going to produce enough of a beneficial effect for the patient to actually justify that? So that's another question that we just don't know. Like I said, this is providing a lot of hope for many families that are, dealing with this condition with a family member. So there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. New York Times, they also published this article here. So like I said, this is all over the news. You can read through this as well. This is gives you a summary and overview. So that's where we're at with this. The other thing just to be mindful of is the FDA is recommending that this is used for early onset cases only. So there's various stages of this condition, and so I haven't seen specifically what they're saying, who this should be applied to, but I would imagine just mild cognitive decline. I can tell you that in our office, we see patients with cognitive decline. Our approach is a functional medicine approach, and that is where we get the most effective results, is in that early stage. And So through functional medicine, once again, we're looking for all of these root causes that are impacting the brain. And one of the things that we know is that the amyloid plaquing, that is definitely a hallmark of this disease, um, but is it actually the cause of the decline? And that's something that hasn't really been answered. And I know that that's where this particular medication is targeting. It's trying to reduce that amyloid plaque protein, but is it going to improve function? So some of the research out there shows that when you actually reduce the plaquing, and that's where some of the past medications, that was their target as well, they actually showed a more rapid decline in the patient's condition, or they saw an acceleration in the cognitive decline. So there are some questions out there. So our approach with functional medicine is to look at all of the different things that are impacting the brain. So there's many different areas. For example, toxins in the system that could be actually impacting the brain and brain function. Biotoxins like mold toxins or Lyme toxins, certain infections are very common to impact cognitive function as well. So that's where we really focus our attention in functional medicine, is addressing these underlying causes and helping a person support healthy brain function from that standpoint. So if you have any other questions, either about this particular drug or this FDA approval or the functional medicine approach that we take, go ahead and put them down below. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video.